toxic testimonial says, I hired Rabbi Issamar for an hour. He was great. Thank you. I'm so happy. The reason why it doesn't do anything is because it doesn't say what happened. It doesn't say the result you got. It doesn't address any of the main objections someone would have to hiring me, and therefore, even though I'm happy to have it, because as I said before, I'm more likely to get referrals because of it, I'm still not going to use the testimonial on my site, at least not prominently. On LinkedIn, I have 130 testimonials. You only see like 50 or 40 if you come to my site, because the rest of them are hidden, because they're nice things, but I don't like particularly the way they're written or what they say. So anyway, this is what you want to do. You want to just in your testimonials. Therefore, when you get people, now how to get testimonials is the following. What you do is, and this is going to sound not so kosher, but it is kosher. What you do is you write the testimonial for the person. How could that be? How could you write testimony for the person? The answer is like this. When you ask a college professor to write you a recommendation letter, his answer is going to be, send me a draft and I'll fix it up and sign it. They won't just sign it whatever you send. They could change it, they could tweak it, they could take out things, they could put in things, they could write different wording. But essentially, no one wants to spend 2 hours doing something for free. But the easier you make it for them, the more likely they are to do it. So what you want to do is you want to write the testimonies for people. I had a consultation with somebody, I think it was like 3.5 hours long or something, a very long consultation with somebody, and somebody with 5 hours of my time, and I thought they would use hour. But no, they just started calling and went for like 4 hours straight. So anyway, before we hung up, she said, my family is 5 people, 1 owns a business, 4 of us have MBAs, and I'm blown away by what we just discussed. I said, do me a favor, I have a lot of testimonials, but that testimonial is, could I have that in writing? She said, sure. I said, I'll write it up for you, and you could tweak it however you want and send it back. And that's how I got the testimonial. But essentially, the way to get them, one is asking for it. Number 2 is using LinkedIn. It makes it much easier to get. Number 3 is if you don't have testimonials for what you already do, then get testimonials attesting to the fact you're a good, smart person. Meaning to say, if you're applying for a new job, okay, you may not have exact skills in this area, but the fact that you are punctual and that you are thorough and the fact that you dot your I's and cross your T's is something that's valuable no matter which industry you're in. But essentially, when you do something specific, you want to get testimonials. You can ask your old clients for testimonials. The best time to ask for a testimonial is not after you've done business with them, essentially, but at the end, while you're still doing business with them or continuing to do. That's the best time to get a testimonial. You write it for them and let them tweak it. Sometimes I've written testimonials, I've gotten them back literally without a word changed. Sometimes I've gotten them back tweaked, and sometimes I've gotten back something totally different. One person wrote, if it's okay with you, I've written my own. I'm like, of course it's okay with me. I just, So essentially, and that's even better because when I write a testimonial, I always feel that my voice, my Brooklynese, is shining through my testimonials, the testimonials given to me. And since I don't want all my testimonials to parrot each other, I'm very happy when someone writes their own testimonial because that's totally different angle.
When you put it on the head, they're not going to want to have their name on it. So initials also looks very, very fake.
The more you have, the better. Most people believe testimonials with initials that they don't know who the person is. Okay, about 70%. But let's put it this way: it's definitely more believable than advertising. And second of all, the fact that if you're caught with a fake testimonial, you can get in legal trouble, helps people believe the testimonial because you're not going to risk you're not going to risk criminal activity for for $20 tablecloth.
You think ICN ads are always true?
I can't tell you they're always true. I could just tell you that if they're not true, they can be violating a couple different laws.
People will believe the testimonial, even though they know.
33% of statistics I made up, but that's what I read. I don't know.
Oh, and is that a good idea of like how to advertise, but making it look like a?
Yes, but one of the big yisoidis which I mentioned is this is something you have to know about your business. Very important. Some of you know this. It's the biggest yisoid of business. Who here doesn't speak Yiddish? Abyssal. You know what mensch is? Who doesn't know what mensch means? Mensch means a person. Menschen mit money. Okay? Essentially, if you go after a market that doesn't have money, you have a problem. If you're doing coaching, life coaching for unemployed people, your problem is you could be the best life coach out there, but they can't pay you more than 2-3 sessions because they have no money. So the answer is you should be doing testimonials, but you shouldn't be trying to get people to buy one tablecloth from you and that's it. That's not where your business really should be. Your business should be in trying to sell, whether to shuls, whether to hotels, whether to stores. The point is people that can keep buying from you, replenishing. For them, you want to target, you want to advertise, you want to use testimonials. For one person that's going to buy one tablecloth once, I'm not so sure that's... If someone buys, fine, but that's not really where you want to go.
Regular advertisement, it's not effective. A picture is much better.
Try. Test. It's different in every industry. It's different in every... I can't possibly answer that question, honestly.
Actually, quick question on testimonials. Okay, so one of the things we do for testimonials to get testimonials is we send out an evaluation. So people can comment either way. Some people say, "Oh, that's bad. You might get to a negative." Thank God, we rarely do. It has happened, I won't lie, but we really do. In terms of, but the question is, when we get back those testimonials, they may not necessarily answer those 3 issues that you have. I mean, I know Jacob just came with those now, but I'm saying that you get testimonials. Okay, can you still?
You're right, but what happens is some people will tell you on the tour. You know, I was skeptical about coming on this tour because my other choice was going to Matzada today.
We write that down and then we ask them later on. If we
That's correct.
That's fine, but I'm saying
Or get it on the spot. Get a video of them on the spot. People that are touring are very happy to give a testimonial while they're in their climbing gear or whatever.
Okay, but I'm saying in terms of the evaluation, the evaluation isn't worthless because it's still giving us feedback. But is it still relevant? I know just
Feedback, positive feedback has another name. Testimonial.
Perfect.
Feedback is what you get. If it's negative, you want to keep it to yourself and improve your business. If it's positive, it's a testimonial. You have to get their permission to use it. You don't get a problem.
You gave us one idea on how to do the number 2 and 3, and you cut it out for me. You told me that I should do testimonials. But
Again. These are not your reasons. These are his reasons.
these are not everyone's reasons, no? No? Okay, but these are my reasons too.
Okay? So they don't know about you?
I need to do more advertising, whatever. So that I
It's
understand.
advertising, it's referrals, it's networking. Even with advertising. Right now, I'm advertising. I'm not paying money for a newspaper to put an ad in, but I'm advertising by basically being here speaking. That's an advertisement. So I'm saying, there's people don't know about you. The answer is advertising, networking, any of the ways to get more business. People are not convinced that you're worthwhile.
I can't say I have 100%. Everyone that comes out walks out with something, maybe. No.
I'm not saying that. You can't convince someone to buy from you, but they're not convinced doesn't mean that they don't end up buying. Not convinced means they're not convinced of the quality. They're not convinced that you're giving a valuable service. What if somebody comes to your house and then as they come, they get a phone call from their mother-in-law, "I just bought you 10 tablecloths in New York. They'll be there tomorrow." You can't possibly sell to them, even if you have the world's best tablecloth at the best price. That's not what not convinced means. Not convinced doesn't mean that. Not convinced means that they've come and they need it, and somehow you haven't convinced them that this is valuable. And the way to do that would be have on the wall, a whole bunch of different thank you cards. There's many different ways you could use.
So it is testimonials.
Yeah, you can use testimonials.
The answer is also testimonials for both of them.
Everything should be in testimonials. No matter what your reasons are, they should be testimonial. I just mean these are not your reasons.
Instead of putting it in the ad, you put it on the wall.